Originally known as Project Dolphin, Nintendo's Purple Purse was unleashed upon the world in 2001, along with some seriously weird adverts. The GameCube is one of my favourite consoles of all time, and that's sheerly down to the ridiculous amount of split-screen multiplayer and co-op titles that grace the platform. For me, this was the time of the sleepover, multiple corrupted memory cards, and turbo-powered knockoff controllers. This was the time of the GameCube, and with hundreds of games having been released on the platform, and most only remembering the likes of Mario Sunshine and Zelda Wind Waker, I thought it would be fun to dust off the little cube and look at a few games that got overlooked by many. Games on the list may not be console exclusive, but with the GameCube controller being as good as it is, why would you want to play them on any other console?
What'd he do? They're all dead. He's a psycho killer. You're just confused.
The Time Splitter series was god-tier gaming, but Free Radical's psychological action thriller is often forgotten, but it really shouldn't be, as not only does the game feature a smartly told, well-written, astonishingly gripping story that sees your character wake up with no memory of who he is or how he got there, but he soon discovers he has destructive psychic abilities that he must use to their fullest to escape the facility, his captors, and try to uncover his past. Not only is the story great, but Second Sight's gameplay is also incredible, mixing shooting, stealth, and puzzle solving with fun, intuitive psychic powers, which you can use in some hilariously funny ways. Add Free Radical's signature art and design, and even some horror elements, and you have a game that is not to be missed. If you're a fan of the GameCube and would like to help our channel grow, please consider hitting that like button and making sure you're subscribed. Thank you. Donkey Kong Jungle Beat may be one of Nintendo's most violent video games, and no, I don't mean in the blood and guts department, but in the fact that the game sees you using DK's massive destructive power and his fists to beat the snot out of everything and anything that moves in extremely brutal fashion. The game also features your typical polished platforming and some crisp and colourful graphics that all merge together to make this Donkey Kong adventure like no other. The game gets overlooked by many for its use of the bongos as the game's control method, but if you can get your head round looking like a bit of an idiot when you're slapping and clapping the plastic bongos, then you are in for a brutally fun good time that also has some of the coolest Kong variations ever designed by Nintendo.
Attention, inhabitants of the planet you call Earth. Monster attack on your major population centers is imminent.
Have you ever wanted to grab a building and just throw it straight into a buddy's face? Big dumb fun is always needed, and that's exactly what you get with Godzilla Destroy All Monsters Melee, a 3D arena brawler which features 12 playable colossal kaiju, each with their own unique moveset and special powers. The game also has 8 huge cities for you to flatten, a wealth of power-ups, tons of versus modes, and unlockables that will keep you causing destructive mayhem for hours. The game's story is extremely goofy and feels ripped right out of an old Godzilla movie, which is a nice touch. The single player is a great way to learn the basics and unlock the many maps, characters, and art, but the game mostly shines in its multiplayer and is best enjoyed with 3 friends. The chaotic insanity of the fights will have you bursting out laughing constantly as you punch, kick, throw, and blast your buddies around fully destructible cities.
It's a new day on planet Ironstar. General Corrosive has seized control and is turning the peaceful world into a mechanized war machine. His sinister mills are on the verge of enslaving the last free droids. Now, there's just one small problem, and his name is Glitch.
This game where robots blast each other apart feels like part Pixar movie for its cute, well-designed characters and art, and part South Park for its charmingly dark adult humor and excessive cursing.
Hey, Crunk, were you able to repair our mystery bot?
Of course I f***ing fixed him. It was a huge pain in the f***ing waistband, because he's some kind of custom jobby, but nothing I couldn't handle. Some of his memory chips were fried, so he'll need a new data upload. But after that, he should be as good as new.
Huh. Does his ID chip still function?
Yeah, says his name is Glitch.
All right, Glitch. Welcome to the Droid Rebellion.
Metal Arms is a third-person shooter with platforming, vehicle segments, and some light puzzle solving that, thanks to its art and some incredibly funny writing, is an absolute blast to play. Don't let its robotic, Pixar-esque visuals put you off, as this game is actually incredibly violent and brutal. Your enemies will scream, spill oil, lose limbs, nuts, and bolts as you blast through them with some imaginative mechanical weapons. Not only does Metal Arms boast a great campaign, it also comes packed with an explosive multiplayer mode that lets you rip through your friends in 4-player carnage.
It's amazing how much damage one robot can do. Metal Arms, Glitch in the system.
Soldiers of Rome! Slaughter these arrogant Spartans!
Does one man stand a chance against the entire Roman Empire?
Total War is a massively popular strategy game series that is still going strong today, but its spin-off, Spartan Total Warrior, seems to be forgotten by most, and that's a shame, as this simple addictive hack and slasher was fantastic and is still so much fun to play today. The game feels like a mix of God of War with its brutal and fun combat, and Dynasty Warriors for the sheer amount of enemies thrown at you. Unlike the mainline Total War series, this game's plot is entirely fictional and incorporates both Greek and Roman mythology to their fullest, which in turn gives us lots of varied enemies, bosses, and scenarios to slice our way through. The story is silly fun, and the game runs impressively smooth, which is pretty incredible considering how much can be going on at one time. If you can hunt this down, you won't be disappointed.
You are the Spartan.
There is evil everywhere. Unknown to most humans, the world is ruled and directed by supernatural forces beyond their comprehension. Vampires and werewolves see humans as pawns in an endless battle for control. All of this is hidden from humanity. Vampire feedings are explained as gang violence, werewolf attacks explained as animal mauling. But now a mysterious force has imbued a chosen few humans with not just the knowledge of the evil, but with the power to do something about it.
Hunter the Reckoning is a 4-player co-op hack and slash game that sees you and your friends each taking control of one of 4 unique hunters that all have their own unique playstyles, abilities, and weapons. The gameplay is made up of using melee, ranged, and magic to take down everything from zombies, vampires, gargoyles, and even giant possessed teddy bears. The game and story never take itself too seriously. The characters are well written and likeable and heighten the goofy fun story. A story that's packed with a lot of humour, a ton of gore, and excessive cursing. The main reason I'd recommend Hunter is the fun that comes with strategizing with your friends about how best to survive the scenarios you are thrown into, knowing when to use each character's perk for the good of the team, and also managing health and magic top-ups evenly, so you are all well prepared to take down the insanely challenging bosses. If you're a fan of games like Left 4 Dead, then I'd highly recommend you pick this up, grab some buddies, and treat yourself to a bloody good time. And that's part 1 of our GameCube Hidden Gems series. Are there any games you would like us to add to part 2? Let us know down below in the comments. Be sure to leave the video a like and make sure you're subscribed. Until next time, you stay tipsy.